Hi everyone, I'm Shree Harrington and we are watching Tritons versus Pandalorians. We just started the match and the burden is on Pandalorians to throw. And we're back to Tritons. Oh, sorry, we're actually watching Zeal, not Tritons. Zeal from Manitoba, Pandalorians also from Manitoba. So expecting to see both of these teams know each other pretty well. And we see a counter from the corner, taking out one of the Pandalorians players. Burden, though, is still on Pandalorians with 4 balls. They are able to connect. And a big catch, but doesn't count because Holzer is already hit, clipped on the foot. So 2 Pandalorians players versus 1 from Zeal. And they get him out. That is Dubek taken out. Pandalorians are really feeling themselves. They're up 1-0. And they're lining it up for the second set. Big rip right off the start, the rush. And the burden will be on Zeal to throw. 1 coming from the middle, no connection. 4 balls for Pandalorians. Burden is now back on Zeal. A big hit there. It was a late trail, kind of a surprise, and we see another one from the wing on Pandalorians. Seems to be working well for them to kind of take Zeal by surprise, make their connections. They're being really accurate with their throws. Selinger is taken out by a double throw. All right, and now Burden is back on Zeal. A rip from Wilmot. He doesn't connect, goes for the catch, gets hit out. And I'm joined now by Mr. JP Nguyen's.
The one and only.
Did you have a game?
We did. I'm a little out of breath. Also, not because of the game, because I ran over here. We were having a team meeting out in the hallway, and then they just yelled at me to do commentary. Great.
Well, thanks for joining. We are, as I was mentioning, we've got Pandalorians versus Zeal, 2 Manitoba teams. Oh, no, actually, sorry. Pandalorians is from Saskatchewan.
Yeah, so I am guessing Saskatchewan really too, because Impact was playing the other day, and they were very effective.
Big dodges here from Zeal. I think Zeal is Manitoba too.
Zeal is constantly fighting in the finals against New Era. So Denham Dubuque didn't throw there. Very veteran player, been around forever.
And another big connection.
And I love his energy.
I love the pressure that he's putting on in the middle here.
Yeah.
Drawing a lot of attention on him while his teammates just
big
people out.
Big fakes, and if you throw at him, it's at your own peril because he's going to dodge. He'll go low. He'll do a push-up dodge. He'll jump like 6 feet in the air. Very impressive. I don't know how old he is, but he's been around since as long as I've been playing.
All right, I've got a little bit more information on the teams we're seeing here. Apologies for the missteps earlier. We've got Pandalorians are coming out of the Regina area. Oh, looking for that team catch and doesn't quite get it.
Yeah, those are brutal when they don't go your way. It can be very defeating and deflating. But, you know, as a team, you got to suck it up, go back again. Memory of a goldfish. Pretend it didn't happen. Do better. Is that Wilmot in the left corner or their right corner for Zeal?
Yeah,
He's got 3 numbers on his jersey. That's rarely seen.
It is
and
rare,
a
but
big
not impossible.
catch.
I've also seen a pi symbol be a number.
Yeah, a question mark as well. That was, I believe, Sean Oko. Big tall guy, long hair, made that catch. Looking for this ball here on the side. Didn't get it. Wilmot, another player who's been around for a while, played on the Golden Boys back in the day.
Yeah, it looks like they've got some newer generation players on this team as well, but mixed with those seasoned vets.
Yeah. And Wilmot is very good at executing human torpedo style play, as you just saw, sacrificing himself for the kill, hit, whatever we're calling it.
Looking for Dubik there, and I think, like I mentioned earlier, he's just one of those players you want to throw at, and you think you might hit.
And he, instead of getting low or jumping, squared up and was begging for that throw to come in, and he got it.
So it is now 2-1 for Zeal over Pandalorians.
Sorry, I'm sitting. You can stand if you want.
You know what?
I've been standing.
Exhausted. I've been standing and playing all day.
Same.
Wouldn't mind the sit,
but I'm glad to be commentating with you.
Looks like
been
we've
a
got
while.
Yeah. JP and I played together on
Mixed
Squad for Team Canada last year. So we live in different provinces, so don't get to see each other.
Yeah. Ooh, a nice underhand by Robinson there. Yeah, underhand. It wasn't a full windmill, but it was like a partial windmill. It was very effective.
Yeah, it's really nice when you have different throws in your arsenal to be able to surprise your opponents.
For sure. Ooh, good honesty there. Pandalorian player takes himself out. Looked like a clean block to me, but that's why I'm commentating and not reffing.
Yeah, it's so hard to ref, especially in men's games. They're so fast. And a sport like dodgeball, you really got to rely on integrity from players to make the game.
I mean, it is a refereed sport that is essentially self-refereed, because as much as you say refs got to make the calls, they can't make all the calls.
No, it's impossible to kind of move your head that fast.
There's 6 balls at one time, 12 players.
Especially for the amount of counters and throws you see throughout the game.
Yeah, and you've seen it already, but Zeal is known. It's the Winnipeg style. They like to take a lot of counters, a lot of rush counters. Gonzalez doing a very impressive...
A little spin.
Yeah. Good agility by him, staying alive. And they throw 2.
And they connect.
Gonzalez gets hit going for a ball. I believe that was Robinson who took that. He's hit a couple so far.
Yeah, it's nice when you have really strong wings who feel like they can take those counters.
Yeah. And I'm noticing out of Pandalorians that they're not faking too hard. So the guys who are not faking end up not throwing. You know, as the better teams, you'll notice, like, full fake all the time. You got to disguise where the ball's coming from.
Right.
Not all the time full fake, but, I mean, you got to switch it up. You got to make them look at you. They're not going to look at you if you just dangling the ball by your hip. You got 2 very large gentlemen here. 2 throws, a nice curveball by Sellinger.
Sellinger taking out Wilmot in the corner, but also gets countered.
Sean Oko, big oak tree of a man throw too.
So we've got a 2v1 here.
I like the vision there. He was looking back and forth. Is he Toth? I think there was a Toth on the Impact team, so there might be brothers. Yeah,
and I believe there's another Toth on the women's team as well.
So it's a Toth family affair here.
Yeah.
So Sean Oko throws a bomb, nice block.
It's always really tempting to want to go for those catches, but I'm liking what I'm seeing, the patience here from Toth. Recognizing they're only down a point, there's so much game left.
Yeah, and you know, if catching isn't your thing and blocking is, go for it. Do your thing. It looks like this player is definitely going for that, Mr. Toth.
I'm of the belief that, especially in foam, even if you are a really good catcher, it shouldn't be your number one thing to try and do. The balls move so much.
Yeah, in foam for sure.
Cloth is a different story.
Yeah. Toth taking his time with that second throw. He rushed the first one, making sure to connect on Sean Oko. Now a 1v1.
Opportunity here to tie it for him.
Yeah, interesting strategy here. I'm not a fan of just standing there with the balls in front of you in the corner, not standing crouching. I believe in active defense.
Yeah, I think there's some players that really works well for, but
yeah.
It's an opportunity.
I mean, he's a smaller.
For good placement.
Yeah, he's a smaller gentleman, so it's going to be hard to hit him already. And he gets his block up and down.
Yeah.
Nice vision again by Toth. Ooh. Okay, block.
Yep.
Toth is seeing it well, blocking it well. Maybe shouldn't have thrown that, but okay, the ball retriever gets him a ball quickly.
I love watching things like this when you see two really competent blockers and it's that back and forth. It is tiring to be part of.
Yeah, big breaths here by Toth. I like what he's doing, though. He's switching it up. He's not just taking backline counters. He's rushing, then he's taking his time.
And taking a full 10 to take your breath.
That is
get a
the
beat.
key.
Because it's in 1v1s like this, it's the first player to make a mistake.
Yeah. And
like if Toth... that for me was a potential mistake.
Yeah, if
I wasn't sure that my ball retriever was going to be able to get me a ball that quickly.
Yeah. He had 4 balls on his side. I wouldn't have throw both those balls, but I'm more of a conservative player. Yeah. But also on Zeal, he didn't capitalize. He's also getting some big breaths over there, so he's been on for a while. This is okay.
And honestly, I think it's if you let go of all your balls, you're opening yourself up to getting hit. But
what happened?
I think
timeout maybe because he's going for water.
Potentially. No, it looks like there's a timeout.
That's probably a smart move.
And it was by
the problem
Zeal.
is it kind of benefits both teams, 1v1. But big breaths there by the Zeal player.
Each team does get 1 timeout per half. So, I mean, actually, we're going to no block. That's what's happening.
Some deep groin stretching here by Toth.
We're going to no block, and there's a timeout.
Sounds good, yeah. A lot of smiles on this Pandalorian team. Even if they can keep it this close and tie it up at the half, there's a huge feather in their cap.
Absolutely.
This Zeal team is no joke. They've a lot of these players have been playing on even Element, I think, was on New Era back in the day.
Oh, okay. Toth is just chalking up here. Looks like he's looking ready for a catch, or maybe just trying to get a good grip on his balls.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, they're 2 very competent blockers, and we're moving into no block. So you really got to rely on your dodging, your throws, and your catching.
And foam is one of those things where the balls are kind of slick, especially if your hands are wet. So chalk helps with that.
And there we see it. The chalk certainly helped Toth there.
But it stuck to his hand. I love the celebration.
His teammates are real happy for him, and he should be real proud. That was awesome.
The smiles on the team. Then some big ups from the Impact captain.
It'll
Campbell.
be interesting to see how Zeal comes back here, especially losing a long set like that. It can really take the momentum away. I'm expecting to see number 56.
We're going to see fireworks in this next half. I think. I'm thinking Zeal is going to come out swinging.
Yeah, and I also just want to say, being the loser of a 1v1 can really mentally be a tough drain on you. Yeah. But Amador did a really great job of staying alive and doing what he could for his team there.
Yeah.
If it had gone in his favor, it would have been, 3-1, eaten the clock quite a bit. But now it's kind of a 0-0 game, essentially.
It's essentially a 0-0 game. Yeah, it's anybody's ball game at this point. If you're Zeal, I don't think I'd even change anything at this point. I think their hits are they're gonna happen, and they're a fast-moving team, as you've seen on this rush. Nice dodge there by, never mind, Mr. Bird.
And I don't know who that throw came from, but as a big
time catch there by
right at the line.
And he gets another one. Sutherland, first time I'm seeing him, I think, in this match, and he just made 2 big-time catches.
I think he was in, maybe before you got there. Yeah.
I came late, yeah. But if you're Zeal, right away you gotta adjust and say no solos on that guy.
Yeah.
They just threw another solo at him. I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. He definitely becomes a target, but then you also don't want to give away too many balls. So I understand not wanting to throw 2 there and take the opportunity when you see it.
The way
Holzer is taken out.
Yeah, the way I look at it, it's another Holzer, right?
Yeah, his brother is on New Era.
Yeah. The way I look at it, if you have 3 players to 6, don't go necessarily. You need to start getting bodies off the court. So, guy who is catching and/or blocking, leave him alone. Some of the bigger dudes, maybe less dodgy, start hitting them.
And we see that windmill again, plus an overhand from the other corner. Oh, Team
Sutherland
catch. 3 catches.
And he's throwing gas.
Yeah, I have been on the other end of his throw before.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, at Westerns, I believe.
Eyes up. Okay. That Zeal player, Gonzalez, got a double earlier. Those are very unfortunate. But, yeah, Sutherland 15 always seems to be in the right place at the right time, even for pop-ups like that.
Yeah, it shows really good court awareness.
Yeah, I guess he's a captain. I see a C on his jersey, so good for him.
So we've got Gonzalez versus 4. Not impossible.
No. And
almost makes
smart
that
move.
catch.
Yeah, Pandalorians did the right thing there. When I'm in a situation like that, I just say, don't overthink it. Throw all the balls.
Yeah.
And usually as the person calling it, I say all the balls, and I'm holding. Because at least we're holding 1, but everybody else throw. Even if he throws, even if the opponent throws, they can only get 1 of you. Yeah. 3 balls should be going in at the same time, and that's exactly what happened there for
I actually liked the timing of that because one of those balls was a slight trail.
Yes,
like just enough to
boom, boom, boom.
Maybe break through the block a little bit. He did almost catch that, but
this is a testament to how far Saskatchewan has come. This is a big-time game for Pandalorians here.
Absolutely.
They got waxed, I think, against Saint Elite earlier, so this is a comeback game for them.
Yeah, and I think they have some players that have been around for a long time, who played together from like Havoc and Chaos before, so some seasoned players, even if it is a newer team name that we're seeing.
I like everyone from Saskatchewan has come a long way in terms of strategy, execution of plays, not just being one-dimensional, going for blocks, going for dodges.
And the men's side and the women's side.
I don't get to watch enough of the ladies play, but I'll take your word for it. I'm sure Heather, I don't know her last name, but the coach, she's brought a lot of coaching and smarts to Saskatchewan.
I like that placement there from Element. Just misses, but
just outside of his knee, really.
Yeah.
Element, if I remember, has some nice throws. He's going to have to show us on the next point because he just got hit. If you're Pandalorians, don't throw at Dubuque.
Dubuque taking advantage of one of the Pandalorians. Just not quite paying attention on the back pedal there.
That's the thing you want to be aware of against a Winnipeg team, a Manitoba team. They love the counters, and you're seeing it right now.
Big catch from Holzer, and his brother Dan is known for his catching, so I'm not surprised to see
that was a very Holzer type catch right there. Very casual looking, but secured it very easily.
Their parents must have just taught him young.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes just going for it is the way to do it. If you don't ever go for catches, you're never going to get better.
That's true. You see that windmill again twice, and it's getting Wilman on the second one.
Yeah, he hit some people in the first half, and now he's hitting them in the second half with those. Holzer got to be feeling confident with his catching. Might. Oof. Those are 2 nice throws. These are not soft throws. These are on target, accurate, hard throws.
Absolutely.
They may not be the hardest throwing here, but I was saying even the Impact team, very accurate. If you're not going to have world-beating power, you might as well be accurate, and that's what we're seeing here.
Yeah, accuracy is such a big, important part of the game. I think a lot of people focus so much on strength.
Yeah, I don't care about your power if you're throwing 10 feet in the air, like 50% of the time. Like, that's not a good number.
We're hearing Genevieve Sanch, who's coaching the Zeal team, hoping to get some points here.
I'm surprised we haven't seen more of this, but those counters coming off of throws here for Zeal, maybe they're a little gun shy.
McEwen just came in, but just got hit out.
Yeah, there's a lot of chaos that happened there. Unfortunately, one of the Zeal players gets taken off, McEwen. 4 balls for Pandalorians.
So expecting, if I'm them, I'm throwing 1. I'm just gonna try and play it as slow as possible for the next 5.5 minutes because they're up by 2 points.
Yeah, and if you're Pandalorians, you don't need this point. Ideally, you would lose this point in no blocking. Then you secured the match.
Yeah.
But, you know, a win also helps that too. Nice hit. Sutherland looking for that catch.
And we're seeing some cross courts from Pandalorians here, but not connecting.
Yeah.
4v1 here. If I'm on that one side, I'm just big catch. I'm just trying to survive, but I guess otherwise you can swing a game the other way.
Yeah, making that catch while holding 2 balls.
And
I'm a fan of it.
Really casual about it too.
Yeah. He sidestep, and then catch. That was beautiful. He's gonna not throw, but we got Toth back on, and I think he was the MVP of the first half. So
and Holzer staying alive there, collecting another ball. Zeal's. If I'm Zeal, I'm not throwing unless we get 3.
They might hear off a counter. Let's see. Yeah, right now. Did he catch that again?
It was ground.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking immediately at the ref too.
Yeah. Big breaths here by number 86, Pandalorians.
Austin Hills.
Yeah. They elect to throw from fairly far back. There's no rush for them. They could drag this out a little longer. It is a tough order to try and last 4 minutes, it looks like. And they might be a little tired. I don't know if they have a timeout left.
Yeah, they're taking their full 10. As they should. They're honestly looking very calm and composed.
Yeah, and the targets are hard to choose for Pandalorians here because you got Holzer in the middle with those catches. We've already seen Dubuque make a catch, but he's much more known for his dodging. Hard target to hit. Yeah. Element, very strong thrower, so if you don't throw at him, he might counter.
And a block from Dubuque. 3 balls here for Zeal.
Solid fundamentals here by Dubuque, showing why he was, I believe, national team squad in some. I'm terrible with years. I shouldn't even have brought that up because I don't even know what day it is. Like, oof. And I think they got both of them.
All right. I am seeing a fun fact from Dubuque, which I didn't know, that he can throw with both arms.
Oh, I hate him even more now.
Anyone, I don't know, I was just watching the Mavs play.
Yeah,
Jeff Snow is another ambith thrower.
That man is a specimen on its own. I don't know. He should be studied in a lab somewhere, I think. Not just being ambidextrous, but the man is like 9 days older than me or something like that, and he's in tip-top shape. Where
so you're going to play until he's done, is what I'm hearing.
He's like the canary in the coal mine for me. If he's still around, I think I still got some time left. But in this game, being down 1 point, it's most likely going to go to no blocking at this point, so this could be the last point we see. Zeal feeling very pumped up after that.
Honestly, as they should. And it also is a little bit of an intimidation factor. Oh, McEwen making a hit off the rush and then getting hit out looking for that catch. But
yeah, and we saw the speed on the rush there that had Pandalorians basically sacrifice 1 player going for 3. Poor guy gets taken out. Sacrificial lamb. So you'll see right there, great fakes by Zeal. Something Pandalorians can look back on that they can improve on, but great fakes by Zeal disguising who's throwing. See, in that case, the only guy whose arm was moving ended up throwing. Yeah. But he still got a hit.
That's true. It's not something you can rely on, absolutely.
Yeah. And just as I said that, 42 ends up doing a fake anyway, so they've got it in them.
It's interesting. how few, like that the Pandalorians are just throwing one ball when they have 5.
Yeah, it could just be a choice. When you're, well, then they throw 2.
And
when
then they make a hit.
Yeah, if you throw 4 ball, if you give them 4 balls and they have 4 players, it's much harder on defense. But if you're going to throw 2, you might as well hit 1.
Yeah.
And it looks like Sellinger went for a trade that didn't go his way.
So now we're looking at Chris Crawford, last on the court, dodging all 3 throws.
Decent movement, turning his body a little bit, bit of a sloppy form on that, but he got out of the way and it was effective.
Grounds that first ball.
Yeah, and he said it didn't hit him.
Looks like a hit ball.
The pressure that Zeal puts on you when you're coming to the line makes it so that you can't really get comfortable on your throws. That was a nice one there, but he threw it from farther back based on the pressure Zeal is putting up.
We've got 30 seconds remaining to no block. Zeal has to win this point regardless, just to even tie it. But I know if I'm them, I'm hoping to tie it and then go into no block and go for a win.
A hit on
Big
Dubuque
hit.
and another disarm.
Man.
Oh my goodness.
That is exactly not what Zeal would want there.
5-3, so the
really
best Zeal can do now.
Great job there by Chris Crawford.
For sure. I was like, maybe he's going to make a catch or something like that, but 2 hits, 1 a disarm, that is impressive.
And a 1v3 to start, and it really just rely on your throw.
Yeah. And he kept his head up. He had a smile on his face the whole time.
Yeah, smiling now.
Yeah,
as he should be.
As he should, yeah. So we're going to have a lot of throwing in this one.
Burden is on Zeal here as they step up to the line.
Dubuque. Yeah, hard to hit Dubuque.
Element taken out.
That was 86, I believe. Got that party in the back hair.
McEwen going for a catch. Again, we are in no block, so can't rely on your blocking. Just looking for throws, catches like that one.
You throw solos on that man. They didn't get the notice from the first time he did it. All those catches. Crawford, I believe, going for that. Didn't get it. Wilmot getting hit, even though he's a great dodger. Got a lot of air there.
Dubuque just looking for catches.
Scoops that off the ground. And then a windmill from Robinson.
I would be hesitant to throw at someone who looks that ready for a catch.
I would never throw another solo at this man.
Sutherland making a catch on Element, but does get countered here.
Oko did take a solo, but it was as he was winding up. And then
there
Robinson with the close.
All right, so Pandalorians takes it 6-3. This game started out more in Zeal's favor, I would say, but
I was bad luck. I came in and changed the tide.